The Real Madrid game against Atalanta was a fascinating game to watch because we got to see the debut of Kylian Mbappe and we got to see Vinicius be an absolute creative beast. Like, Vinicius in this game was ridiculous. Not just Vinicius, Bellingham also played really well. Courtois, amazing. And just a handful of players just playing so well. I didn't think Mbappe played amazing, but we'll get into that. But just first off, congratulations to the team, to Real Madrid for winning. Well, us for winning the Supercup, and there was no doubt in my mind that we would win it. But the thing is, one thing I noticed in the game is I think we need time to gel together as a unit, because when the game started, especially in the first half, it felt like we were this close to getting some goals, but it just wasn't clicking. It just wasn't working. And for some reason, I feel like it's because Mbappe is clearly playing up front. And he needs time to gel with the team and get used to playing with the likes of Vinicius and playing with the likes of Rodrigo and then on the right. But the fascinating thing about this game was Carlo Ancelotti said something on the podcast, and on the Obi-Wan podcast hosted by Michael Obi. He said, like, the forward players, they would just move around, because realistically last season, where did Vinicius play? He constantly played predominantly left wing, because he actually didn't. He played left wing, he played up front, sometimes we see him on the right. So it's it's a dynamic front three. And that's the beautiful thing about playing with Carlo Ancelotti and playing with the likes of Vinicius, Rodrigo, and Mbappe, because they had the speed to get everywhere and confuse people. Now that was something I think I saw today with the likes of all three of them, because when we got the first goal, then the game opened up. You saw we had multiple chances to, take the game to them and win the game at the end. Now, I feel like, go from the back. Courtois was incredible. The amount of saves he made, he's just coming back. This is why I feel so bad for Lunin, because no matter how good Lunin has been, he will never displace Courtois. Except Courtois has an incredible drop-off, but I don't see that happening. Because Courtois is not even 40. He's not close to 40. And the likes of Buffon, playing for Juventus, he played till 40. So I don't see him displacing him. Courtois was amazing, immense. The amount of saves he made, just being the domineering presence at that back. It is ridiculous how good he is. Eder Militao played well as well. Eder Militao came into the game, he was injured last season, and the games he did come into at the end of the season, he didn't play well. That was where Solov cooked him last season, but that game was fairly significant because we had already won the league by that time. But he was looking a lot sharper today. The clearances, the blocks, the heading away, everything, I think he played really well. Same with Rudiger. Rudiger was amazing. There was a mistake Tchouaméni made. And Rudiger, the recovery pace, this is what I love about the back line. It has an amazing amount of recovery pace. With Rudiger, with Eder Militao, with Mendy, with even Danny Carvajal is somewhat fast. So, they're not getting exposed. Even though Lookman, in the first half, Ademina Lookman was looking dangerous, but ultimately, it didn't yield anything, did it? Because these people could take, Rudiger, Eder Militao, they could take care of him. And even Carvajal didn't have that many situations where he needed to switch things up, if you understand what I mean. So I think they were amazing. That backline was incredible. I give everyone in that backline the same rating, 7. apart from Courtois was amazing. I give him an 8 or a 9. We won a trophy. 9. And then I'd go to Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni was really good as well. I enjoyed watching Tchouaméni. He was combative. There were a few mistakes here and there, but you do get that with Tchouaméni. But the one thing you do get is grit, and sometimes some really good passing and combativeness. You know, being physical in the tackle. And he did that. There was a couple mistakes, I won't lie, that he made. There was the time Courtois was clearly behind him. He just cleared the ball to give it away for a throw-in. And Courtois was like, what are you doing, bruv? So, there's just, I mean, it's an early season game, so I'm not really judging, but he was good. I wouldn't say it was bad at all. 7 was what I would give him. And then we go into the midfield with Fede, Valverde, and Bellingham as well. You see, this team is stacked, man. It was unfortunate that Camavinga got injured yesterday. It was really sad because he could have been playing in this game as well. It was really sad, but he was smiling at the end, celebrating the trophy with everyone else. So, yeah, Valverde is Valverde, isn't he? Vinicius's assist. The one thing I love about Vinicius is just the directness. And one thing, I'll get into it later on in the video when we talk about Vinicius, but Valverde's goal is just from Vinicius's creativity, the craft, in him just being that threat in behind, with pace, with the dribbling, with just everything he does. It is beautiful. And he just pulled it back to Valverde, and Valverde was there to tap it in. Valverde showed what he does, his stamina, his pace, his skills. He got out of dangerous positions. That's one thing people don't say about Valverde. Valverde is so intrinsic to this Real Madrid team ticking and then flowing well. He is intrinsic to it, in my opinion. And I feel like he is understated, but he's also not, which is strange. But if you know what I'm saying, just like write it in the comment section or something. Because I think Valverde is incredible. He just showed what he does. This is what he does, season in, season out. But moving on from Valverde, Bellingham. I think Bellingham played lovely today. The combination, he wasn't really going forward too much, but when he did go forward, it wasn't, I'll just run into space, just try to get there. He uses intelligence. He ran at the right time, stayed back, exactly like he said he is. He's a free-roaming midfielder. He can play attacking mid, he can play a bit higher up. If he's given the license to go up, he can drop deep. And one thing I also saw, even the forwards were dropping deep today. Vinicius, several times I saw him in the midfield, I was like, what are we doing? Why is he dropping? But he was still playing well there. Same thing with even Mbappe and Rodrigo. It was really strange, but like there was a lot of fluidity in that front where they could pull back and push forward. And it was lovely. And if they refine this is the first game of this season. If they are able to refine this will be a terror to every team that plays us. Honestly, beautiful. But Bellingham, this is one of his assured performances where he played amazing. He played brilliantly, I think. Now, in the first half, I wouldn't say he was in the game as much, but I wouldn't say anyone was really in the game except maybe Vinicius. And there were a couple good flicks from Mbappe here and there, and some good things all around, but no one was really pulling up trumps, if you understand what I mean. But in the second half, he came into light, and he was dominating, passing, defending, everything. And he also got an assist. He got an assist from Mbappe. But I feel like Bellingham played really, really well today. I enjoyed watching him. And moving on from Bellingham, we'll talk about Rodrigo. I think Rodrigo was really good. The nicking the ball off of the defender for Atalanta and then playing it into space. He played it into Vinicius, and then Vinicius tried to square it to Mbappe. He missed it. Bellingham caught it on the far side, dribbled a little bit, pulled it back from Mbappe. Mbappe ran onto it and finished. Goal. It was lovely. I think Rodrigo played well. I wouldn't say he was in the game as much as I'd want him to, but that's what happens when you play right winger and you're predominantly a left winger. But I do think he also played well. I'll give Bellingham an 8 out of 10, and I also give Valverde a 7. I think he played well as well. So I'd give Rodrigo a 7 as well. I didn't think he was into the game as much as I'd want him to, but I didn't think he was bad at all. And then the man up front, Kylian Mbappe. Playing his first game for Real Madrid, his debut, it was lovely to watch. I enjoyed watching him. There were really good things he did in the first half, a couple dribbles here and there, and he was just showing his skill. But I wouldn't say he was in the game as much as I'd want. And that's fine. That's fine. Because this is his first game for us. And it will take time. So anyone that's expecting him to be, this is not FIFA. People are ridiculous. I was reading some comments online. I was like, are these people okay? Do they think this is FIFA? Like, this guy needs to gel with the team. He needs to gel with playing with Vinicius, Rodrigo, Bellingham. But even not being as gelled as we would want him to be, he's still looking pretty good. And I think he played well. I enjoyed him. But I wouldn't say he was in the game as much as I'd want him to. And like, it will take time. So people be patient. But I think he played well. And he got a goal as well on his debut. I believe it was 7. I think he played well. And I enjoyed watching him. And to be honest with you, I did. So, moving on from Mbappe, I say Bellingham. Vinicius, the man. Oh, I love Vinicius. He's too good. Too good. Too good. Oh my God. The guy is just immense. He's incredible. I was just watching the game. Vinicius is the one threat that we were just having down our left side that was just smoking everyone. It was causing terrors. In the start of the game, people were just fouling him over and over again. I was like, okay, you don't need to chill out. Like, this is a bit excessive. Like, calm down. But they were trying to be, aggressive. But Vinicius is doing what Vinicius does. And I genuinely did enjoy watching him play today. And there's one thing I'll say about Vinicius. Even that season where he broke out with Benzema, where they were playing amazingly, his passing wasn't that good. But it was improving. It was getting better with like the crosses against Chelsea, even the one against just his passing just kept increasing a little bit. But over time, I think that's become an underrated part of his game. His passing today, there was a chance with Bellingham where he dinked the ball past the back line and Bellingham chested it down and tried to get it on goal when the goalkeeper came out and he got a yellow card for it. I was like, what is that? Because it didn't make sense, but he had to go for it. But Vinicius' passing is becoming an underrated part of his game. I think that's something he's improved upon every single season that he's been good. He's improved upon his passing. Last season, you remember the pass against City for Valverde's volley, that lovely goal. Vinicius did that on his left foot. That was a brilliant cross. Vinicius' passing has just gone so good. He is now a full-on creative outlet. He's not just always looking for the goals. He's also looking for assists. He's also looking to set teammates up to help them. Like today, I thought when he was going to pass that ball to Mbappe, I thought he was going to try to hit it, but he passed it. This is the lovely thing about when you know how good you are. You know you don't need to overdo things. You don't need to shoot every time. You can be creative. And I think Vinicius, creative-wise, is now an underrated player. And people need to respect that. And people need to see that this guy, he's going up season by season. And I don't see him stopping. The trajectory for him, I believe, is up, 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 up. And that's the only thing I can say. I think Vinicius was incredible today. The assist for Valverde, just taking the ball, looking up, and then dragging it to that far side. And there was one thing he did. He didn't square it immediately because it would have been blocked. He stopped. He took a touch and then squared it. And it was a tap-in for Valverde. These are the fine margins, that Vinicius has. It's lovely to watch. It genuinely is. And Vinicius is just that guy. He just is. He was immense, incredible. My player of the match. I enjoyed him. I'm giving him a 9. I don't even care. 9. But yeah, that was it for the game. Obviously, there were a few subs, but didn't really do anything. It's just Arda Güler, I think Modric, Lucas Vazquez came on, Diaz came on for Mbappe as well. So yeah, it wasn't really anything. I wouldn't say they did anything. It was just coming on to see out the game, but it was good. And I saw them lift the trophy. It was lovely to see Mbappe lift his first trophy for Real Madrid, and I hope to see more over the years I will be here. But yeah, that's it for the video. I enjoyed the game. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.